A big development in the race for Offensive Rookie of the Year as Bo Nix's odds increased tonight. Jayden Daniels has been the front runner for Offensive Rookie of the Year for all season. But in these last couple of weeks, we've seen Daniels kind of come down to earth where Bo Nix has really started to ascend. It all capped off tonight with the Philadelphia Eagles beating the snot out of the Washington Commanders, and Daniels did not have a good game. Although the stat line isn't too bad, 22 for 32, 191 yards, one touchdown, one pick, he also took 3 bad sacks. Vic Fangio got after him. He missed several third down throws. He just wasn't that good in this game. And that performance combined with his pretty poor performance against Pittsburgh, which is not that great on the stat sheet, that might have hurt his chances for Offensive Rookie of the Year. We've obviously got a lot more season left to go, but when you look at how Bo Nix has really started to ascend, I mean, his performance at Baltimore, no touchdowns, one pick, but I thought the stat line didn't really do justice to that performance. I thought Bo actually played pretty damn well in that game. He was awesome in the game against Kansas City. Carolina was easily his best game as a pro. I thought Kansas City was a close second, but the thing that separated Carolina and Kansas City for me was that Carolina, he was able to perform well consistently for pretty much all 4 quarters, whereas Kansas City, I thought the offense did stall out, although a lot of those struggles weren't really Bo's fault. So you could kind of put it however you want to put it here, but based on both the numbers and the film, Bo Nix has outplayed Jayden Daniels in these last couple of weeks, and now we're starting to see the odds for Offensive Rookie of the Year start to shift into Bo Nix's favor. They haven't been updated officially, but it's starting to really look like Bo Nix is going to get a big-time boost here, and rightfully so. I think that we've got a legitimate race for Offensive Rookie of the Year, where for the first several weeks it was Jayden Daniels and then everybody else basically. Bo Nix is the serious challenger to Daniels here, and with Nix starting to ascend and Daniels starting to sort of plateau, and I'm saying that as somebody who is a massive Jayden Daniels fan. I was a big fan of his coming out of college. I said even during the draft cycle that Jayden Daniels was going to be a superstar in the NFL, and he has 100% proven me right. But ever since he suffered that rib injury against Carolina, he's honestly kind of plateaued a little bit. Of course, he had the Hail Mary against Chicago, which was a big-time highlight, something that will live on the highlight of his career forever. But he was kind of a game manager in the victory over the Giants, and then in these games here against Pittsburgh and now against the Eagles, Daniels has kind of fallen off a cliff a little bit. So we'll see, man, but Bo Nix is really starting to enter himself into that conversation for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Broncos country, we have found ourselves a good one. Washington has also found themselves a damn good one, but Bo Nix is really starting to showcase consistent improvement throughout the entire season, whereas, again, Jayden Daniels, as much as I love him and am a massive fan of his, I do think that his performances have kind of started to skid a little bit, and he is reaching a little bit of a plateau right now. As far as, like, long-term, I still think that Daniels has, if I'm being completely honest, probably the brighter future just because he's got more physical talent. But Bo Nix definitely has a bright future in his own right. I think he is the future franchise quarterback for the Denver Broncos. We'll see what happens, though, as time goes on, because obviously Daniels, he could get himself hurt. He's had a little bit of a reckless play style. That was a concern of his coming into the NFL. He's already had one injury this year. Bo Nix, he's shown that he's got a really high ceiling, a much higher ceiling than a lot of people coming out of college gave him. So I believe that Bo Nix could probably get ahead of Jayden Daniels long term, but just in terms of the physical talent, I'm going to err on the side of Daniels right now. But again, man, that's not a knock on Bo Nix. That's not me hating on Bo Nix. That's not me being pessimistic about Bo Nix. That is not me being pessimistic about the Denver Broncos. I love Bo Nix. I'm very grateful the Denver Broncos have him. And I think that Bo Nix is going to be a superstar along with Jayden Daniels. I think that if there are going to be two quarterbacks that come out of this class being true superstars, it is Bo Nix and Jayden Daniels. And now Nix is really starting to close that gap and show that he really is a serious contender to be a top quarterback out of this rookie class. We haven't seen Penix or McCarthy yet, but what we've seen out of Nix and out of Jayden Daniels so far, and hopefully things get a little bit better for Caleb Williams now that Shane Waldron's gone. Hopefully Matt Eberflus will be gone as well. Hopefully that'll improve things for Caleb Williams, but right now there's definitely a sizable gap between Bo Nix, Jayden Daniels, and then Caleb Williams. He's down much further than where Nix and Daniels are right now in terms of their development. Daniels showed the development early. Nix is showing it a little bit later on in the season. All right, Broncos country, let me know in the comment section below. If you had to put money on it right now, who do you think is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Jayden Daniels or Bo Nix? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.